This is Dave T1963. And what do I do in September? I don't go scouting. I might do a little bit of glassing, but what I basically am doing right now is getting my weight room garage converted over to my hunting room. So I had a lot of hits and questions and comments last year when I kind of did the bat cave thing. So I kind of set things up a little bit differently. So let me kind of go through with what I've got. This rack right here carries all my camera gear and also the 4 tubs that will go in my truck camper, which I did a couple videos on that to kind of show, but I've got them labeled for the different items that'll go in there. And this basically will stay in my truck as long as the camper shell's on it. Then I've got my different boots. I've got my snake boots, some cold weather boots, and some, if you can call them warm weather boots. They're still neoprene and they're hot as heck, but basically that's all they are, is like 3mm or 5mm or something. I still have a couple pruning saws out because I sometimes still do a little bit of pruning. If I see a big buck in an area, I'm going in there and I'm going to try to figure it out, and I'll probably prep a stand side or two. But keep my lightweight waders here. I also have some other shoes and stuff that'll go on this bottom rack. Keep some truck gear here to clean my windshield and stuff. I do have a shop vac that'll be going right here. That's my primary climbing sticks. I'm going with the B sticks this year. And also I've got some pegs because I do have some trees that I was able to prep with with a hand drill. So I do have that. I've got my cold weather waders here. A couple extra pair of sticks. I've got some B sticks and some cut down heliums. I've also got 3 other sets of heliums out in the shop. And then right now I've only got one of my Phantoms. The other 2 are actually in this box right here. This is my Ozone Crate. Typically what I do is when I take things out of my tubs out of storage at the beginning of the year, I'll ozone them. Then I'll go ahead and wash them in some Arm & Hammer Free and Clear, and then I hang it outside. After that, it'll find its place right there, except for my primary saddle. That'll go in my day pack. And you'll notice none of my Kathy Kelly packs are hanging yet. I did pick up this Horn Hunter pack this year. I'm going to give this a try since I'm going to try to film. Said that last year and I never got around to it. This wall is basically my equipment though. I'll have my 3 saddles here and 1 in my backpack. Now people ask me all the time, why do you have so many saddles? I hunt Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Louisiana. Typically, those are the states that I hit the most. I do hit some northern states every once in a while, but it's hot down here, especially during bow season. It's 90 degrees, so I keep saddles. I'll usually only wear them for 1 or 2 days at the most, and then I've got a tub outside, and I use some Oxy Clean, whatever you call it, Free and Clear. And I'll mix that up in that tub and I'll soak my saddle in that for a day, and then I'll rinse it and then I hang it outside. And so I'm constantly rotating through my saddles. Got my Waldrop's ground hunting system here with the Gila suit. I also have some boot dryers right here and a pad to put my rubber boots on as I dry them. Typically I sweat a lot in these neoprene boots down here, so I dry them out every night. Help keep the odor down, and also for those cold mornings so I don't get so cold. I've got 2 Predator platforms. I do have a couple ring of steps. These are Amera steps, the originals, 4 on a strap. Then I also have 1 Amera strap with 2 steps on it that I keep in, once again, in my main hunting pack. And that's mainly for larger trees where my Predator, I need a step or 2 to get around either direction. I got my back support from Tethered there. This right here is my camera setup bag. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot more with that. I'll probably just carry a camera in my Kathy Kelly pack. And then I've got another spot here. That's where my tree stand installation pack will go there. And right now I'm washing all that because really 95% done prepping trees. The only trees I'll prep now is if I find hot sign, if I need to prep it. Otherwise I try to just hunt it fresh that day as soon as I find it. But I keep that pack and my camera pack always here. There's a sit drag in this one. There's an old Mantis saddle in this one. I've got ropes, tethers, lineman's belt, everything I need. Pruners, hand saw everything I need to either set a camera or to prep a tree. It will be in those 2 backpacks, and it's always ready to go. That's my kayak box. I just got it in here right now. I've got my bike. Here's actually some of my tree stand installation stuff right here. This is my fat tire bike. I did attach with some zip ties, a little camo box that I made. That's just basically to hold like inner tube, some CO2 cartridges, some water bottles, all that kind of stuff. Even though I have a water bottle holder there, I've got a little pump that I can use that's in there, flashlight batteries, all that kind of stuff is in here. And then my pack goes right on top of this, bungee over it. That secures my pack and my sticks if I'm carrying them. And then my recurve or longbow goes across there. This is my small kayak. I am planning on using this a lot this year. My new canoe's out in the shop. I'm actually working on getting the final touches done on that. Trolling motor set up on my new canoe this year for the first time. I've got a lithium 55 amp hour battery with a charger set right there. This is my catch-all table and also my battery power station. It's where I have my jackery that I can charge up. I keep my DeWalt, either my drill and all that kind of stuff. I keep extra batteries in here, and this is where I can charge them up in here. I got a spotlight that uses that battery. And then I've got miscellaneous gear hanging around here. This is actually my camera installation stuff. It's got all my cards in it, running 55 cameras. I've got a bunch of cards because I've got 2 cards for each camera. It's what I carry my batteries in. Same with this right here. So this goes with me when I'm setting up cameras. I just keep a lot of extra gear because, you know, if my back band breaks, I got an extra one. I've got extra daisy chains, extra straps. I do have my compound set up here and ready to go in case my shoulder or my elbow starts acting up. As some of you know, I came down with Rocky Mountain spotted fever this summer, and for some reason it's really started to affect my joints. I've had shoulder problems anyway, but man, my right elbow's really been giving me fits. So that's my old, I don't even remember what you call that. It's a sling seat that attaches for ground hunting. This is a little bow blind that attaches to my recurve bow quiver, and it just, all this does is it hides the drawing of my draw arm because on the ground that's a lot of movement, and I can't do like when I'm shooting a compound and draw when a deer's behind something and then wait 30 seconds for it to walk out. I have to draw when I'm ready to shoot, so that hides my drawing arm, you know, from their vision. It's not big, it don't weigh hardly anything, but it does a pretty effective job. Got another table over here. This is where I do most of my DIY stuff. I'm kind of cleaning that up right now and getting that, but that'll wind up just being, you know, as gear breaks or needs maintenance or whatever, that's where I'll probably do most of that. So that's pretty much it for inside. Let me pause this for a second and we'll go outside.